Welcome to a Cicero Talk. Today I'm standing in a car park in the very heart of Istanbul. Behind those trees over to my left you can still see some of the spires of Sultan Ahmed, the Blue Mosque. But today I want to show you the greatest and perhaps most famous of the monuments of ancient Byzantium. It's this wall, this huge, impressive and dramatic retaining wall. And all that you can see now is all that is actually left today of what once used to be the grand Hippodrome of Constantinopel. At the beginning of the 4th century, Constantine the Great decided to move his imperial capital from Rome itself to the east, to a small Greek town on the Golden Horn, on the Bosphorus, called Byzantium. And he decided to rebuild that small Greek town and rename it after himself, Constantinopolis, Constantinople. And he had his men build a racecourse in this new Constantinople, because the Romans were crazy about horse racing, and they had this huge racecourse in Rome, the Circus Maximus. So that's what they did. They built in Constantinople, they built a racecourse, and they called it the Hippodrome, after the Greek hippos, horse, and dromos, running or racing. And this hippodrome was the site of the most famous and bloody revolt of late antiquity. In the year 532, beginning of the 6th century, the emperor was Justinian. And he no longer ruled over the Roman Empire as Constantine has known it. His empire was called the Eastern Roman Empire, and his capital was Constantinople. And in 532 he attended horse races, and that's where it all went wrong, because in 532 a revolt broke out during those races in the Hippodrome. People started fighting amongst each other, killing each other. Revolt spread through the city. Fires were started. They tore down buildings, they destroyed whatever they could find. Even the newly built major church of Constantinople, the Hagia Sophia, was demolished. And Justinian, well, he became a bit scared, and he rushed back to his palace and packed anything he could lay his hands on and wrapped it up in a big towel and rushed out of the palace on his way to the harbor, where a little boat was waiting for him to take him to safety. But just as he was about to leave the palace, there was his wife, the Empress Theodora. She confronted him, she looked at him, stared him right in the eyes, and she said, "Now what do you think you're doing?" And he said, "Well, I don't know what it looks like to you, but I'm getting out of here, and if you're smart, you just pack a couple of things and join me, and we can make it. I mean, this is game over. It's all gone. It's no use." And Theodora, she said, "Well, I don't know about you, Justinian, but I'm the empress, and there will not be a day in my life when I will not be the empress. And if you want to remain the emperor, if you want to stay with me, you better get yourself back in there, into the Hippodrome, and make them see some sense, because you're the ruler of the world, you're the emperor of the East." And Justinian, he thought about that just for a couple of seconds. And he turned around and went to his generals and he said, "Send in the army." And the army came, and they blocked off all the exits to the Hippodrome, locked in all the people that were gathered there. And at the end of the day, 30,000 citizens lay dead in this Hippodrome. At the end of the day, the revolution, the revolt, was no more. At the end of the day, Justinian was a stronger emperor than it ever been before, because no one ever tried a revolution again. No one ever dared. And he reigned on, and he even sent his generals victoriously to the west, back to Italy. He even reconquered some of the ancient provinces, the former Roman Empire. So the Hippodrome of Constantinople marks the end of antiquity, the end of the ancient world, the beginning of the Dark Ages, the Middle Ages, and in a way the birth of the Byzantine Empire. Because of Justinian, because of Theodora, because of the death of the 30,000 in this Hippodrome, the Byzantine Empire rose stronger than ever before and would stay alive for another 900 years. Of course, in 1453, Mehmed, the Ottoman Sultan, came, and he, in his turn, conquered Byzantium. He defeated Constantine XI, the last of the Roman emperors. And nowadays, all that is left of this historical landmark is some obscure retaining wall as a backdrop to one of the many, many parking spaces in Istanbul. So it goes. Empires rise and empires fall. Emperors fight. Revolts start. People get killed. And time moves on. Because never forget, history is like a never-ending story. And whoever wrote its script made sure that everything connects to everything else. See you next time on the Cicero Company channel.